Huh? That's what I'm talking about. Miss Scott, by the way. Are you ready? Are you ready for the enthusiasm and the art to wash over not just ourselves, but literally dozens of viewers?
Yes.
Well, here it goes then.
Go in like that.
If you got a dirty job and you're in a rut and your arm's inside of a bovine butt, a fella's mind will wander as he works. He might reflect on all he's seen, on where he's been, and what it means to search the country high and low for dirt. He might recall the times he froze, the times he bled, and the times he chose to keep on working as though it were his fate. Until the day when he could say that his disgusting resume included dirt from every single state. It was a long and smelly odyssey that led from sea to shining sea, and all the pits and sewers in between.
Feel the love?
But in that mess, I must confess, I learned the secret of success had nothing to do with getting clean. Now, when you're hanging high without a net at an altitude you won't forget, or jammed into a hole that's half your size, you might regret the path you took, or give your boss a sideways look and wonder if the world will sympathize. But then you hear on the radio unemployment's high and the market is low, and pickings might be best described as slim. That's when a fella might conclude his attitude should be reviewed, because lots of people have got it worse than him. It was a long and smelly odyssey that led from sea to shining sea, and all the pits and sewers in between.
This is horrible.
But in that mess, I must confess, I learned the secret of success had nothing to do with getting clean. When you're making steel in Illinois, or mining salt with Kansas boys, or pulling cars from Minnesota ice, that's nice. Try to smile or maybe grin and celebrate the place you're in, even if it's California picking lice. And if you're hired to castrate sheep with nothing but your two front teeth, don't despair, just do the best you can. It might not feel exactly right, but my advice is take a bite. Thank your lucky stars you're not the lamb. It was a long and smelly odyssey that led from sea to shining sea, and all the pits and sewers in between. But in that mess, I must confess, I learned the secret of success had nothing to do with getting clean. Now, when you smell like poop that's not your own, or pulling flesh off cattle bones, please remember what I just conveyed. Because if you work outside of the box and your attitude's unorthodox, you're the reason Dirty Jobs was made.
You are some kind of wacky chick.
Now, I hate to lie and I hate to boast, but the facts are clear, so I'll raise a toast to everyone who helped along the way. There was Dave and Doug and Jones and Troy, Amber and Dan and that other boy named Ryan. Y'all were underpaid.
Wrap it up, boys.
That's the crew who, along with you, provided the essential glue to keep me dirty all across the map. I thank you each for all you've done, for all the grime and all the fun. Y'all deserve a long and lengthy clap. And by clap, of course, I'm referring to a enthusiastic, sustained round of applause, not a sexually transmitted disease. Nobody deserves that. Not even Barsky. Carry on. It was a long and smelly odyssey that led from sea to shining sea, and all the pits and sewers in between. But in that mess, I must confess, I learned the secret of success had nothing to do with getting clean. I said not one thing to do with getting clean. In other words, dirty is much more fun than more fun than clean.